Hi there, this is Dominic DeJean Craig, and tonight's video, we are going to talk about the Trump rally that Trump just did. I just got through watching it. This one was in Phoenix, Arizona, at a church, and it had a lot of students at this particular rally. So many that it almost appeared as if it could have been a college campus. That's how many students were there. And I think this is significant because the students were telling their stories. Their stories of censorship. Their stories of mistreatment. Their stories of Antifa, being harassed by Antifa, being assaulted by Antifa on campus. The campus not protecting their freedom of speech, people being censored on social media. All these students came up and told these stories. That's the reason that I'm bringing them up. And then President Trump comes up and says, well, we passed some bills and we passed some laws, and if they threaten your freedom of speech, we will take their funding, and that's how we're going to protect freedom of speech on campus. And if they censor you online, you can sue them directly because that's how we're going to do it now. And this will protect your freedom of speech online. I think this is significant that President Trump seems to be the freedom of speech president. While he's protecting freedom of speech, the other side, they have this thing, hate speech. Hate speech, anything that offends me, anything that I hate, you can't talk about. Hate speech. And they use hate speech and political correctness as a new form of fascism and censorship. And that's what's coming from the other side. Now, okay, back to the rally. I got a little sidetracked. So we talked about the students. So some of the things that you can expect from a Trump rally we saw tonight. So he talked about the wall. And it's significant. He's building large portions of the wall. He says he has enough funding to build more than one wall. The wall looks, there's no getting over that wall. That's over. So, the wall, he also pointed out that the Democrats have caved on the wall and they're no longer talking about it because it's not popular for them. So they don't talk about the wall anymore. He also talked about MS-13 and ICE. He also discussed law enforcement. And let's be honest. The Democrats in this ridiculous thing that they want to do, defund and disband the police. That's what it was. It was defund and disband. You know what? Hey, no problem. Right? If you hate the cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. Wow. I'm almost about to get on Seattle, but I think he brought up Seattle as well. And he mentioned that he thought it might be a good idea to not do anything and let them fester in their own ridiculousness of liberalism and let the country, the rest of the country see that this is what you will get if you vote for, the liberals, the Democrats. Sleepy Joe Biden, creepy Joe Biden, weak Joe Biden. Okay, so anyway. And he got on Joe Biden too. This guy's hiding in a bunker somewhere. Joe Biden did a fundraiser with Barry Soetoro, also known as Barack Obama. Now, I haven't watched it yet, but I probably will. And, that's cool. So, Obama and Biden together again. The two people who didn't do nothing for blacks in 8 years. Now they're together again and they want to jack up the Trump train. They want to derail. They didn't do nothing for blacks in 8 years. But now Obama and Biden, they want to, enforce sanctuary cities. They want to, fund Planned Parenthood. They want to, give free healthcare to illegal aliens. They don't want the wall, but they won't tear it down should they get in power. And, what else? They want to give, citizenship to, DACA residents. They want to give free college to DACA residents. Wow, they want to come with this Green New Deal, which will kill oil and steel. That'll kill oil and steel in the that'll kill the recovery. Wow, man. They want to take us back to the 8 failing years that we had under Barack Obama. Anyway, I'm going to watch their fundraiser later, but that's what Biden did. And it's significant that he needs Obama because, well, Sleepy Joe, he don't have no personality. He looked like an ad for Metamucil. He looked like an ad for Geritol. He looked like the Geritol man's father, actually. This guy, I mean, he's pretty old, man. Joe Biden, he looked like he's so old, he have a wooden pager, right? With Moses's pager number in it. This guy, old, just so old. Anyway, he did talk about Joe Biden, and he talked about his son, and that's significant because we got to talk about that. We all know, where is Hunter? He talked about, and this is significant, what he's done for Black people, with the funding for historically Black colleges, with police reform, with sentencing reform, with simply building the wall, with simply funding ICE and sending ICE, simply defunding Planned Parenthood, simply stopping immigration so that Americans, many of whom are Black, can get the jobs first. He's looking out for Americans. Now, I tell you what's significant about when I say Trump is looking out for Americans. Now, you guys remember when the housing crisis hit. Who did Obama bail out? The banks. He let the Americans, he let them lose their houses. I mean, it was shameful. He presided over the largest transfer of wealth out of the Black community. $1 billion of wealth left the Black community under Barack Obama. He didn't bail out anybody. Now there is no more Black community. Now there is no more Black. There's places where there used to be a Black community, right? Well, I'm talking about Southern California, where there is no more Black community. There are no more Black majority neighborhoods in Southern California. None. Zero. Anyway. So that's what's up. Now, he did also talk about the statues. Now, I was going to do a separate video tonight about the statues, but we're just going to get into this right here, right now. So let's talk about the statues. Okay, what's going on with the statues and this violent Antifa crowd coming in and destroying the statues? That's nothing more than censorship. That is a violent and cowardly act of censorship. Again, destroying those statues is a violent and cowardly act of censorship disguising itself as racial justice. A violent and cowardly act of censorship disguising itself as racial justice. Destroying history? Come on now, everybody has heard this one. Those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it. And these people want to destroy history? History's the enemy now? Okay, all right, you up here. Ulysses S. Grant. You're going after Ulysses S. Grant now? You're going after the Lincoln Memorial now? Right? History is the enemy now? That is a violent form of censorship. They want to tear down our history and our culture, and we have no idea what they want to replace it with. Antifa is a terrorist group. Black Lives Matter is associated with Antifa, a terrorist group. And he addressed that. He didn't dig deep enough into Black Lives Matter. But that's okay. He did touch on it. But anyway, I think the significance is after watching this Trump rally, it's apparent, it's plain as day that his message is resonating with young people. And that is significant. That's tonight's video. Thank you for watching.